We're going to talk a little bit about coral reefs because the story that we have coming up is about coral reefs. So in a coral reef, there's a delicate ecosystem, and that means that it's like a chain of things that relate to each other. And there's a balance there between the animals and the chemicals in the water. So Kingman Reef is the one that our story is going to be about, and it's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It is about 1,240 miles south of Hawaii, so it's really out there in the middle of nowhere. And when they first discovered it, there were sharks and clams and lots of other reef animals and plants. And Kingman Reef was home to an unusual amount of predators, including sharks. So on a reef is when the land underneath the water comes up, and it usually is like an underwater mountain that the top of the mountain pokes out and causes little islands, or if it's even smaller, it's just a shallow spot in the middle of the ocean. And so that's an easy way to get shipwrecked. But these shipwrecks can often serve as artificial reefs. So if there's a shipwreck underneath the ocean, then the animals can live in it, they can hide in it, they can get protection from it. And then after a while, things start to grow on it, and that makes it start to become another coral reef as the stuff begins to grow on it, and it's really beneficial to the wildlife in the ocean. And then this whole ecosystem develops where they have food protection and plants, and so all these things use each other to survive and to benefit from each other. All right, so that's what a coral reef is. So in our story that we had by Enrique Sala, he's a marine biologist. This was should have been the day before this lesson, and you would have read about him and his job. And Kingman Reef is one of the places that he visited. And so this science article is going to give us some facts and information that's nonfiction. So that means it's true. And this is what he discovered in his work that he did. He's going to give us information about his studies and about the habitats of the coral reef and how he feels about it and what he thinks. And so this is about the Kingman Reef and still about Enrique Sala, and we're going to find out more about coral reefs that he studied.